What if the Christmas traditions we know and love today weren't originally about Christmas at all? From the evergreen trees and festive feasts to the date of December 25th, many of these customs have roots in ancient pagan rituals and solstice celebrations. Surprising, right? Welcome to Armchair Archaeology. In this episode, we're unwrapping the incredible story of Christmas, tracing its evolution from wild Roman festivals to Norse Midwinter feasts and beyond. Along the way, we'll explore the fascinating origins of beloved traditions like mistletoe, gift-giving, and even Santa Claus. And here's a fun fact to keep you watching. Many of these traditions date back thousands of years, long before Christianity existed. How did these ancient customs become part of one of the world's most celebrated holidays? Stay with us to find out. Let's dive in and discover how a holiday rooted in history continues to bring light and joy to the darkest days of the year. Before we get started, are you subscribed to Armchair Archaeology? Over 90% of our viewers aren't. Let's change that. By subscribing, you'll join a community of curious minds uncovering the hidden stories behind history's most fascinating traditions. And if you love digging deeper, don't miss our ebook, Secrets of the Ancient World, Mysteries, Technologies, and Lost Civilizations. Inside, you'll find captivating stories about forgotten rituals, mysterious artifacts, and ancient festivals that shaped our world. Ready to explore what history textbooks leave out? Check the link in the pinned comment to download your copy. Long before Christmas, ancient Rome celebrated Saturnalia, one of the most extravagant festivals of its time, honoring Saturn, the god of agriculture and wealth. This week-long event in mid-December was a joyous occasion, marking the end of the harvest and the return of longer days after the winter solstice. But Saturnalia wasn't just about feasting, it turned society upside down. During the festival, normal rules were suspended. Slaves were treated as equals, and sometimes even dined at their masters' tables. Gambling, usually frowned upon, was openly embraced, and everyone exchanged small gifts like wax candles or figurines to celebrate the renewal of light. Public spaces were filled with singing, dancing, and feasting as the whole city joined in the revelry. Here's where it gets fascinating. Many modern Christmas traditions have echoes of Saturnalia. Gift-giving, central to today's holiday, started with the Romans. Even the joyful atmosphere, filled with feasts and a spirit of generosity, has carried through the centuries. As Christianity spread, Saturnalia posed a challenge. The festival was so beloved that banning it outright wasn't practical. Instead, church leaders transformed its customs into something new. By aligning Christmas with these existing celebrations, they ensured a smooth cultural transition. The festival's themes of light, renewal, and community blended seamlessly with Christian teachings about the birth of Christ. When we exchange gifts, gather for feasts, or bask in the glow of holiday lights, we're carrying on traditions that stretch back to Saturnalia. It's incredible to think how a Roman festival helped shape the most celebrated holiday in the world. But this is just the beginning. Let's explore how another ancient festival, Yule, influenced the season. While the Romans were celebrating Saturnalia, the Norse people in northern Europe marked Yule, a festival deeply connected to their harsh winters and the cycle of the seasons. Centered around the winter solstice, Yule celebrated the return of the sun, with traditions that honored light, life, and the gods who watched over their icy world. A central feature of Yule was the Yule log, a massive piece of wood carefully chosen and burned for 12 days straight. The fire symbolized the sun's rebirth, and its sparks were believed to carry blessings into the new year. This tradition survives today in a much smaller and tastier form, the Yule log cake. Evergreens like fir, holly, and mistletoe also played an important role. Their vibrant greenery symbolized eternal life, offering hope and vitality during winter's darkest days. The Norse brought these plants indoors to decorate their homes, a practice that inspired the Christmas trees and wreaths we know today. Yule also featured Odin, the All-Father of Norse mythology, who was said to ride across the sky on his eight-legged horse, Sleipnir, during the solstice. He was thought to deliver blessings or punishments, depending on how people had behaved. Sound familiar? Many believe this imagery inspired the concept of Santa Claus, later adapted into the sleigh and reindeer of modern Christmas lore. When Christianity arrived in Scandinavia, Yule traditions were absorbed into Christmas celebrations, blending pagan reverence for nature with Christian themes of renewal and salvation. From blazing fires to evergreen trees, these ancient customs remain woven into the fabric of the holiday season. The Yule traditions of evergreen decorations and blazing fires are powerful symbols of life and light in winter's darkness. These themes aren't unique to Yule. They appear in ancient cultures worldwide. If you're curious about how these connections span the globe, our ebook, Secrets of the Ancient World, dives into fascinating parallels between myths, rituals, and ancient innovations. Find the link in the pinned comment to learn more. Next, we'll uncover the mystery of December 25th. How did this date become Christmas Day? Why is Christmas celebrated on December 25th? If you think it's because Jesus was born on that day, think again. The Bible doesn't provide an exact date for Jesus' birth, and early Christians didn't even commemorate it. Instead, the focus of their worship was Easter, celebrating the resurrection. So how did December 25th become the date of Christmas? The answer lies in a brilliant blend of strategy and symbolism. By the 4th century, Christianity was spreading rapidly through the Roman Empire. To ease the transition for pagan converts, church leaders chose to align Christmas with existing midwinter festivals. December 25th was already significant. It marked the Roman celebration of Sol Invictus, the unconquered sun, and coincided with the winter solstice, when days began to grow longer. By linking Jesus' birth to this date, early Christians reframed the nativity story as a celebration of light conquering darkness, a theme that resonated with both pagan and Christian audiences. It was a calculated move to unite diverse cultural traditions under a shared message of hope and renewal. Here's something fascinating. Scholars believe this decision wasn't just practical, but also deeply symbolic. In Christian theology, Jesus is often called the light of the world. By celebrating his birth on a day associated with the sun's rebirth, early Christians created a powerful connection between spiritual and natural cycles. This decision ensured that Christmas would feel familiar and meaningful to new converts, blending ancient customs with Christian beliefs. Over time, the date became inseparable from the holiday, despite its origins in pre-Christian traditions. But there's more to these ancient connections. Next, we'll dive into the rival gods whose celebrations competed for this sacred day. Fascinated by how history shapes our holidays? Don't miss our next video. Hit subscribe to stay in the loop. The choice of December 25th for Christmas wasn't just about the solstice, it also coincided with two prominent pagan deities, Mithras and Sol Invictus. Both were powerful symbols of light and renewal, celebrated widely across the Roman Empire, and their festivals played a crucial role in shaping the date we now associate with Christmas. Mithras, a god of Persian origin, was revered as the deity of light, truth, and cosmic order. His followers, particularly Roman soldiers, believed he was born from a rock on December 25th, symbolizing the triumph of light over darkness. Mithraic rituals often involved elaborate ceremonies in caves and emphasized loyalty strength, and renewal, themes that resonated in the empire's military culture. Similarly, Sol Invictus, the unconquered sun, became an official deity under Emperor Aurelian in the 3rd century CE. The festival honoring Sol Invictus celebrated the sun's return after the solstice and embodied the resilience of life in the face of winter's challenges. Sol Invictus united diverse beliefs within the empire, serving as a unifying symbol of vitality and cosmic harmony. Here's what's fascinating. Early Christians deliberately positioned Jesus as the ultimate light of the world to align with these established traditions. By adopting December 25th, they tied the Nativity to themes already deeply embedded in Roman culture, helping to bridge the gap between pagan and Christian practices. While Mithras and Sol Invictus faded as Christianity became dominant, their legacy lives on in the symbolism of Christmas. From light-filled celebrations to the enduring theme of renewal, their influence shaped how we view the holiday today. Next, we'll see how Christmas evolved during the medieval period, blending the sacred with the celebratory. By the medieval period, Christmas had firmly established itself as a significant celebration, blending Christian solemnity with exuberant festivities. The Church recognized December 25th as a holy day, but for many, it was also an opportunity to enjoy life's pleasures during the harsh winter months. Medieval Christmas celebrations often lasted for 12 days, from December 25th to January 6th, known as Epiphany. This was a time for feasts, music, and merriment. Lords hosted grand banquets, villages came alive with caroling, and communities participated in games and storytelling. While the focus was on togetherness, some traditions leaned toward the absurd. One of the most intriguing customs was the Feast of Fools. During this boisterous event, societal roles were temporarily reversed. Commoners dressed as clergy, and mock ceremonies poked fun at authority. Although this raucous celebration wasn't officially sanctioned by the Church, it captured the playful spirit of medieval life during Christmas. Decorations were also significant. Holly, ivy, and mistletoe adorned homes, symbolizing life and protection against evil spirits. Another key element was the use of nativity plays, which brought the story of Christ's birth to life through vibrant, community-driven performances. Here's a fascinating detail. During the Christmas season, legal disputes were paused and conflicts were set aside. This tradition, known as the Truce of God, ensured peace during the celebrations. It's a legacy that echoes in today's holiday spirit of goodwill and unity. Medieval Christmas brought people together for feasting, music, and games, but it also carried forward rituals rooted in ancient beliefs. History is filled with these layers of meaning, where old traditions are reshaped to fit new times. Our ebook, Secrets of the Ancient World, explores more of these stories, from lost civilizations to the technologies that shaped them. Check the pinned comment for your copy. Medieval Christmas wasn't just about reverence, it was a time of laughter, light, and togetherness. These traditions set the stage for many of the customs we still enjoy today. Next, we'll dive into the story of Santa Claus and his incredible transformation over the centuries. The story of Santa Claus spans centuries, continents, and cultures, evolving from a beloved saint into the jolly gift-bringer we know today. It all began with St. Nicholas, a 4th century bishop from Myra, in modern-day Turkey. Known for his generosity, St. Nicholas became famous for acts of kindness, like secretly leaving gold for a poor family to save their daughters from slavery. Over time, he was venerated as the patron saint of children, sailors, and merchants. As his legend spread through Europe, St. Nicholas merged with local customs. In the Netherlands, he became Sinterklaas, a figure who arrived by boat in December to deliver gifts. Dutch settlers later brought this tradition to America, where Santa Claus began to transform into the Santa we recognize today. The major turning point came in the 19th century. Clement Clarke Moore's poem, A Visit from St. Nicholas, better known as "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," painted Santa as a jolly, plump man, with a sleigh pulled by reindeer. Thomas Nast, a political cartoonist, cemented this image in the late 1800s, dressing Santa in a red suit and giving him a workshop at the North Pole. Here's a fascinating twist. Santa's global fame skyrocketed, thanks to Coca-Cola's holiday advertisements in the 1930s. These campaigns popularized the cheerful, rosy-cheeked Santa that's now a universal symbol of Christmas. From a revered saint to a cultural icon, Santa Claus reflects the adaptability of Christmas traditions. His story reminds us that even the most beloved holiday figures can evolve with the times. Next, we'll explore another enduring symbol of the season, the Christmas tree and its ancient origins. What do you think? Did you know Santa's look was shaped by marketing? Share your thoughts in the comments below. The Christmas tree, now a symbol of festive cheer, has surprisingly ancient roots. Long before Christianity, evergreen plants were revered for their resilience during winter's darkest days. To pagans across Europe, evergreens like fir and holly symbolized eternal life, vitality, and hope. In ancient Roman Saturnalia celebrations, boughs of evergreen plants adorned homes and temples. Similarly, in the Norse festival of Yule, evergreen trees were brought indoors to honor nature gods and provide a reminder of life in the heart of winter. These customs laid the groundwork for what would become one of the most recognizable traditions of Christmas. By the 16th century, the Christmas tree as we know it began to emerge in Germany. Families decorated trees with apples, nuts, and candles, combining Christian symbolism with older pagan practices. According to legend, Protestant reformer Martin Luther added the first lit candles to a Christmas tree after being inspired by the sight of stars twinkling through a forest of evergreens. The tradition spread to England and beyond, thanks to Queen Victoria and Prince Albert. In 1848, an illustration of the royal family gathered around a lavishly decorated tree was published in the Illustrated London News. This image captivated the public, sparking a trend that quickly took hold in Britain and America. Here's an interesting note. Before trees became widespread, other forms of greenery, like paradise trees, used in medieval plays, symbolized the Garden of Eden. These eventually evolved into Christmas trees, bridging religious stories and seasonal celebrations. Today, Christmas trees remain an enduring symbol of joy and togetherness. But they aren't the only greenery with deep historical ties. Next, we'll explore the curious and mystical origins of mistletoe. Mistletoe, a beloved symbol of the holiday season, has roots in ancient mythology and magical traditions. Long before it was associated with Christmas, mistletoe was revered by the Druids of ancient Britain. Growing high in the branches of sacred oak trees, it was believed to hold powerful healing properties and protect against evil spirits. The Druids' midwinter ceremonies often featured mistletoe. It was cut with a golden sickle and never allowed to touch the ground, as it was thought to lose its magical potency. Berries were used in potions or rituals to ensure fertility and bring prosperity for the year ahead. Norse mythology also played a role in mistletoe's storied past. In one famous tale, the plant was used to kill Baldur, the beloved god of light. Loki, the trickster god, fashioned an arrow from mistletoe, exploiting its overlooked status as harmless to strike Baldur down. After Baldur's death, his mother, Frigg, vowed to transform mistletoe into a symbol of love and peace. According to legend, she declared that anyone standing beneath it should receive a kiss as a sign of forgiveness and harmony. Here's a fascinating twist. The custom of kissing under the mistletoe gained popularity in 18th century England. Partygoers believed that refusing a kiss beneath the plant would bring bad luck for the coming year, ensuring the tradition's longevity. Though its mystical origins are often forgotten, mistletoe remains a cherished part of holiday celebrations. Whether as a symbol of fertility, love, or simply festive fun, this ancient plant connects us to millennia of winter traditions. Next, we'll see how the Victorian era shaped modern Christmas into the celebration we know today. Curious about more ancient myths tied to modern traditions? Tap that notification bell and join us for more. The Christmas we celebrate today owes much of its charm to the Victorian era, a time when old traditions were reinvented and new customs emerged. By the 19th century, industrialization had transformed Europe and America, creating a society eager to embrace family values and festive cheer. The Victorians revitalized Christmas, making it the holiday of warmth and generosity we know today. One of the most influential figures was Charles Dickens. His 1843 novella, A Christmas Carol, popularized themes of charity, redemption, and goodwill. The story's depiction of festive feasts, decorated homes, and joyful gatherings resonated deeply, shaping how people envisioned the holiday. Another major influence came from Queen Victoria and Prince Albert, whose German heritage brought the tradition of the Christmas tree to England. In 1848, an illustration of the royal family standing around a decorated tree was published in the Illustrated London News. The image captured the public's imagination, and Christmas trees quickly became a centerpiece of Victorian celebrations. The Victorians also invented new traditions. The first commercial Christmas card was produced in 1843, marking the start of a beloved custom. They popularized caroling, decorated their homes with holly and ivy, and even introduced the concept of the Christmas cracker. Here's a surprising detail. The Victorians transformed gift-giving into the extravagant practice we recognize today. Before this era, gifts were modest and often exchanged during New Year's. The growing middle class embraced the idea of giving presents, making Christmas morning a magical experience for children. The Victorians reshaped Christmas into a holiday filled with warmth and generosity, drawing on both old traditions and new ideas. This pattern of blending the past with the present is a theme that runs through so much of history. Our ebook, Secrets of the Ancient World, uncovers how ancient innovations and rituals continue to influence us today. Ready to learn more? It's linked in the pinned comment. The Victorian era didn't just shape how Christmas looked, it gave it a deeper emotional resonance. Next, we'll uncover how these modern elements still reflect ancient traditions, connecting past and present. While Christmas has evolved over centuries, its ancient roots remain unmistakable. Traditions like decorating evergreens, exchanging gifts, and gathering with loved ones trace their origins back thousands of years, long before Christianity. These enduring customs reflect humanity's universal need to celebrate life, light, and hope during the year's darkest days. One reason these traditions persist is their timeless symbolism. Ancient festivals like Saturnalia and Yule focused on the return of the sun and the promise of renewal, themes that resonate just as deeply today. The evergreens we bring into our homes, the warm glow of holiday lights, and the feasts we share all echo those early celebrations of survival and togetherness. Another reason is the adaptability of these rituals. As Christianity spread, it absorbed many elements from pagan practices, reframing them with new meanings while preserving their festive spirit. Over time, these customs became embedded in Christmas, creating a holiday that feels both ancient and modern. Here's a remarkable thought. When you decorate a tree, give a gift, or enjoy a festive meal, you're participating in rituals that have connected humanity across time and cultures. From ancient Romans and Norse pagans to medieval revelers and Victorian families, the core values of light, generosity, and unity have remained unchanged. This continuity of tradition makes Christmas a uniquely powerful holiday, one that bridges the past and the present. Its ancient origins are not just stories, they're a part of the celebrations we cherish every year. Christmas isn't just a holiday, it's a journey through time. From Saturnalia's joyous feasts and Yule's blazing fires to the Victorians' decorated trees and heartfelt carols, the traditions we celebrate today are a tapestry woven from thousands of years of human history. Each custom carries the echoes of ancient rituals, reminding us of our shared desire to find light and hope in the darkness. And here's the fun fact we promised. Many of these traditions, from mistletoe and gift-giving to the very date of December 25th, existed long before Christianity. They began as celebrations of life, light, and renewal, connecting people across different cultures and centuries. What's truly remarkable is how these ancient practices have evolved, blending seamlessly into the modern holiday we cherish today. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey through the ancient origins of Christmas. If you enjoyed exploring these stories, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Armchair Archaeology for more deep dives into history's mysteries. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest adventures. Now, we want to hear from you. Which origin story surprised you the most? And what's your favorite Christmas tradition? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and may the magic of the season inspire you to uncover more stories of the past. Happy holidays!